It's our segment here on Wake Up Central where we continue to answer your questions, big and small. And our question this morning comes from Little Rock. What is the history of Little Rock's 9th Street neighborhood and the Juneteenth holiday? That is a great question.
What's interesting about that is emancipation happened at different times across the country. I mean, we know the Emancipation Proclamation was signed in 1862, and every community reacted and responded differently.
According to Keith Fletcher, director of the Mosiac Templars Cultural Center, the Juneteenth that we know today comes from the word and enforcement getting to those final enslaved Africans in Galveston, Texas in 1865.
But before then,
well, you know, Journey's story was so good, I wanted to rerun it. I wanted to run it again, of course. I had a little bit of a different take, too. Mine was more talking about the 9th Street neighborhood, which is incredible. If you saw it earlier at 5:45, we'll have it on thv11.com. But just to bring it back to and talk about how important this holiday is and how exciting the events are going to be on Saturday, but specifically where this event is going to be and how special 9th Street is to so many people and the history behind it. In fact, our guys are so good. They got the story ready for you now. So
let's
you know what? Here's a little history lesson for you real quick.
Is that this shouldn't be just a black holiday because we're celebrating freedom for all Americans.
Brian Rodgers with the Mosiac Templars Cultural Center understands the history of this area.
The neighborhood really starts pre-Civil War when it was known as Hazel Street.
Following the fall of Little Rock in 1863 during the Civil War, 9th Street began to take shape.
So they start black businesses, black hospitals, black lawyers, black doctors, and all of these things are concentrated down here on the west end of 9th Street.
As the decades passed, 9th Street became vibrant for businesses and entertainment, most notably inside the current Flag and Banner building and the Dreamland Ballroom.
Musical stars like Billie Holiday and Nat King Cole, and they dance till 2 or 3 in the morning, and they eat and they have a great time because there were restaurants and liquor stores that just catered to, you know, that nighttime crowd.
Unfortunately, long gone are the glory days of the Dreamland Ballroom. However, ahead of the Juneteenth holiday, Rodgers and the Mosiac Templars have their eyes on the future.
What we would like to see is that this area become a historic neighborhood, kind of a historic area where we try to focus on bringing back some of those things that once existed here.
Would love to see it. Would love to see it. Yes, very much so.
Elegant,
Very, very much so. And again, the historical importance of this neighborhood and bringing back to the vibrant community it was. And I'm so excited because I think you're going to get a little bit of that tomorrow.
Yeah,
too.
and they're making sure that history is never lost.
Yes.
And that's so important.
And what it's celebrating, you know, that alone is critical. Great stories by you guys. There it is, everybody. The schedule for the Street Festival, that is tomorrow.
Can't wait to celebrate. We'll see you guys out there, and we're back right after this.